Hello YouTube! Today on the Naughty Librarian, I'm going to do my July TBR list. I think I kind of went off the rails for my June TBR because I say I'm going to read these books and then I get all ADD and decide on other things. These ones, I'm really hoping I'm going to stick to my plan. Who knows? I'm hoping I'm going to do it. We'll see. Alright, let's start with some wishful thinking. This is what I'm planning to read in July. I am determined to continue on with the Mistborn trilogy because I've only read Mistborn and I need to just get on it. I need to finish reading this series. So I am going to read book 2, which is The Well of Ascension by Brandon Sanderson. I really liked Mistborn. It's just high fantasy novels in general. I want to love them. It's just they're so involved. They're not easy reads. And I'm maybe I'm lazy, but I just like a nice easy read. I don't want to have to think all of that hard because there's so much of life you gotta think real hard for. I just want to be entertained, and this one I have to memorize a magic system in this whole other world and all its history, and it's just it's too much. However, it's a dope series and I really want to read it, so whatever. Hark, what is this? Oh, it's an art copy of Nixie Unleashed by Scott Rankin? What? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, I actually won it. I won this from Scott Rankin. He did a Twitter giveaway and I won, and I was like, oh my gosh. I was so excited. I was so excited. So I won it from Scott Rankin, and then his publicist actually sent me a copy, an e-copy. So now I have an e-copy and a physical book. So they really want me to read this book. And yeah, I'm gonna read the shit out of this book because I loved Nixia. It was one of my favorite books of 2017. So I cannot wait to finally read this. I haven't had time yet. But it comes out soon. When does it come out? Oh, it comes out in July. It comes out this month. So it's the perfect time to start reading it. I'm super excited. I just want it. I just want to be in you. I don't think I've said that to a book before, but that was some real feelings. I'm sorry. I'm going to cut out all of the minutes of me laughing at me yelling, I want to be in you to a book. Whew, okay. Back to the TBR list. I also really want to read The Rose and the Dagger by Renee Ahdieh. And again, look how freaking gorgeous this cover is. I read Wrath in the Dawn in June, so I am dying to read this. It was so good. Oh my gosh. I want to be in this too. I should title the video, I want to be in you. I just want to read it. I just want to read it right now. It's going to be so good. You know, when you're holding a book and you're like, oh my gosh, it's going to be amazing. And you're just so happy. You're like, and I get to read it and it's going to be amazing. And you get so excited. That's fully how I am right now about books. I got some really good books lined up for July. I'm so excited about them. I am also going to read Love and Other Words by Christina Lauren. Just because I need a little romance in my life. I did actually start it. I read 43 pages. So I've started this one already. So far off to a good start. It's just it's kind of a chick lit romance story. I'm kind of nervous about it because I feel this one is gonna be a rip my heart out book. I feel it's gonna be a romance that's not funny. It's gonna be a romance that's really dramatic. And I'm I just want to read I want to laugh and then read smutty bits. That's all I want to do. I don't want to be sad. So I'm a little nervous about it. So far, 43 pages in, I'm ooh, this is going to make me an emotional wreck. That's kind of how I feel right now, but I'm going to do it. So because I can't say no to Cassandra Clare, apparently, I'm going to continue on with the series. And this is Lady Midnight by Cassandra Clare. This is the first book of the Dark Artifices series, and I'm just going to keep going. I've been reading a book a month from her, so I'm maybe I'll just keep going until I'm out of books. Because I think there's only one more book in this series. And then there's a trilogy in the beginning. So yeah, I'm just gonna read them. I'll just read all her books, whatever, fuck it. I'm gonna do it. Again, it's another super thick book. It's over 600 pages long, nearly 700. So I'm really hoping it's good. I think it will be. I liked Emma. She was introduced in the Mortal Instruments series, and this is kind of her story, so it's 5-6 years later or something. So who knows, maybe it'll be dope. It's gonna have a lot more of those Fae characters though, and they were troublesome to me, but I wanna try it out. Since I finally ended my not reading Leigh Bardugo streak, I want to keep reading Leigh Bardugo. So I'm going to continue on with the Grisha trilogy. This is book 2. This is Siege and Storm. And I really want to read it because I just need to keep going. I need to keep going with the series. I think there are a couple of my booktube friends who are reading the series right now, and hopefully I can like maybe get another read along to keep me going. So hey, Beautifully Bookish Bethany, count me in. I want in on this readathon. I want to do it. I want to finish the Grisha trilogy. I also, Leanna from Leanna's Library, I think you were saying you wanted to read these too, so get on this, girl. I am hoping I'm going to like it more than I like the first book, because I did not dislike the first book of the series. It's just like I had too high of expectations. So I feel like I've corrected that, and I'm gonna go in with lower expectations on this one, and like hopefully it's gonna just blow me away, because the first one underwhelmed me a bit because I went in like thinking too much of it. So I think I've corrected course. Because I'm a goddamn monster and I keep bumping this book, I'm gonna read Throne of Glass by Sarah J. Maas. Period. Like I can't not read it again. Like, it's been on my last 3 TBR lists. I am a monster. Like, I'm gonna read it, okay? If I don't read it, I don't know. I'll think of some consequence for me, but I have to read it because I just feel like a liar. Like, I'm not reading it, and I want to so bad. It's like assassins and fantasy and glass. I just want to read it. I just want to read it, but it keeps getting bumped, and I know you're not getting bumped. I want to be in you. It's like my new thing I'm gonna say all the time now. I've created a monster. Again, I really want to read Little and Lion by Brandy Colbert because I have only skimmed this book before. I want to like in depth get into it. I started it, so I've read a little bit. I've read 18 pages of it. So hey, I started. Good job for me. I really want to read this, and then she has a follow-up book coming out in August called Finding Yvonne, and I really want to read that one too, because then I could like talk Brandy into coming on the show and she can do an interview, but that's all speculative on many things, but it's like a goal, because I'd love to have Brandy come talk to me. That'd be amazing. So I gotta read the books first, you know? So I went to the library the other day and I was just like looking around at what's there, and then I was like, oh, what's that? And it's this book by Holly Black called White Cat, and it's from the Curse Workers. And it's like a guy, hopefully it's not so, I know it's gonna be so shiny with my lights, but it's like, it's a guy in a leather jacket with leather gloves, and he's petting a white kitty. And I was like, sold. It's a book I never heard of before, and it's by Holly Black, and I've been wanting to read more Holly Black books, so I was like, I will check this out, thank you very much. So, hey, I'm gonna try to read this month. Let's see how it goes. I really don't know what it's about very much. But it's like leather gloves on a kitty, and I was like all about it. That's a dope cover. Speaking of Holly Black, I did not read this in June, even though I said I was going to. So I want to read The Coldest Girl in Cold Town, also by Holly Black. I believe it is about vampires, and she usually writes about fae characters, so I was interested in like how she would deal with vampires instead. So I'm gonna read this. I'm just gonna do it. I'm interested. It's gonna be like a Holly Black month, I suppose. I'm reading a lot of Holly Black. Also, I really need to read this in depth. I've only skimmed it because I'm a monster, but I really want to actually read Burning Brightly by Alexa Dunn. If you guys don't know Alexa Dunn, she is also on YouTube. She is AuthorTube because she's an author, so she does a lot of videos about how do you get published, how to deal with the publishing industry. She's really cool, and she's an awesome lady, and she's like a friend, and I'm a bad friend because I haven't read the book all the way, so I'm going to read it, damn it. I'm sorry, Alexa. I'm a monster, but I like it, and then I told everyone I know about it, so I've helped. I just need to read it. I'm gonna read it. I'm sorry. I'm gonna read it. I'm sorry. Last but not least on my list, I am going to read Warstorm, the last book of the Red Queen series by Victoria Aveyard. Ooh, this is a doozy. This is thick. Good Lord. How thick are you? Another book that's almost 700 pages long. Dear Lord. I've wanted to read it really, really bad. I really love the Red Queen series. It's just been an awesome series so far. I didn't really like book 2, I'll say that, but book 1 and book 3 are dope. So I'm hoping the dope streak continues into Warstorm. I'm really worried for some characters. I know not everyone's gonna make it out of this alive. I just know it. Like, there's gonna be some heartbreak in here, but like, I wanna know how it shakes out. Like, I'm so in. I wanna know how it happened. Everything that goes down, I wanna know. I wanna be in you. I just really hope I get some Evangeline chapters. I always thought Evangeline was such a bitch until King's Cage when we actually got chapters from her perspective, and she's like my favorite character now. So I just want more Evangeline chapters, so hopefully I'm gonna get some. But yeah, I am so excited to read Warstorm. That is a very ambitious TBR list, but I think I can do it. And also, like, I'm tired of being a liar. I gotta read these. These are a lot of books I've bumped, like, several times, so those ones I gotta freaking read. Or else, like, I'll feel like an asshole. Like, those need to happen. They need to happen. Let me know in the comments down below if you have read any of these books, which ones are your favorites and least favorites, which ones should I definitely not bump under any circumstances. Let me know in the comments down below. If you like this video, make sure you give it a like, and if you want to see more videos, make sure you subscribe, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye!